So over the weekend, this streamer had a situation that is actually very interesting. I think there's a lot to discuss about this, and about this is not a matter of someone doing the wrong thing in the situation with the chatter, but it is a situation of someone doing the wrong thing with their reaction to other people's reaction to the situation. This is the reality of this. This is a class, a textbook definition of bad PR and not knowing how to handle a negative response to something that you did or said. Okay, so here is the first. So also this is they dug their own grave and buried themselves after the fact, which was a big problem. Okay, so I'll start going into it. So here's the scenario, right? So I deleted this first-time chatter's messages in stream due to them self-promoting, and my mod whispered to them why it was deleted, and holy crap, I dodged a bullet. Please don't go into anybody's stream and self-promo, especially if you don't know them or if the streamer didn't ask. So context, important context for this, right? This was the second or third message that this person had ever posted in a chat where they mentioned something about streaming, right? Which naturally could be a little weird. Only DMs and stuff. Oh yeah. So I'll show you. Don't worry. I'll explain it all. It's very. I think it's actually extremely nuanced, the whole situation. So that is the context. That's the context to the banning. So person comes in. Well, actually, let me explain the full context. Very important. So person comes in. First time chatter. First time message. The streamer. This lady asks them, hey, oh yeah, how was your day? And then they mention that I streamed for a long time, so I'm kind of tired. Their mod, so it's context also. I mean, it doesn't matter, honestly, who deleted the message, if it was the streamer or the mod, but the mod deletes that message. Doesn't ban, doesn't time out, just deletes that message. The person then says, I mean, we'll see this screenshot a little later, but the person then says, I don't know why that was deleted. And then they get permabanned. And then the mod messages. So there's a number of things. Well, first of all, let's read the messages first, and then I'm going to explain to you the places where this mod team and this streamer fucked up immediately right off the bat. Right? I'll explain it right off the bat. So, no self-promo in chat, please. Hearts. I'm sorry if you think that's self-promo. You're very confused. You said streamed until 7, so I'm gonna sleep in. That's a type of self-promo. Just one of Jazz's rules. Hearts. Lol, I wasn't even looking for support. I was looking for help to help partner pushers, but entitled mods in chat who think I'm self-promoting don't really help her, by the way. All good, though. Good luck on y'all. Actually, Jazz herself deleted your message. She finds that type of the type of self-promo, unless you're, which I don't know why the mod lied here. The mod was the one who deleted it. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? That whole point's completely irrelevant, but it is very odd that they said that, right? Unless you're a friend, you cannot go into someone's chat saying, I streamed today. That's literally self-promo, but it's all good, though. Good luck to you. The entitlement is crazy. It's not entitlement. It's literally in the rules of her chat. You have to agree to follow them to even chat. It's common decency. Again, good luck. It's not about the self-promo. It's the fact that she thinks talking about streaming is self-promo. That's just entitlement. But again, it's all good. IDK, I just hope she realizes she's missing out on a lot of exposure. There's a lot. There's a lot here, right? There's a lot here, and there's a lot to talk about here. Let me catch up on what you guys are saying first, and then there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot. Because there's a lot of issues on both sides of this I'm seeing already. They didn't raid in. That was not what happened. I thought the mod whispers, and then they had a fit, so then the person got banned. No, that was not actually the ordering. If the streamer asks and they respond, the reason why it's real to mention their stream. Yeah. Let's see. I don't have context, but you said a stream being self-promo is a hell of a rule. Let's see. This is a streaming site where most people have streamers. Like what? Well, so the semantics are very. Here's the thing. I actually I understand. Listen, I'm gonna try to be very empathetical here and understand people's perspectives, but I'm gonna describe my thoughts on it in a second. So person raided. No, they didn't raid the stream. It's not someone who raided the stream. They did not raid the stream. That should be known. They didn't raid the stream. So much to unpack. Yeah, you see the issue, right? I'm going to live in 3 years. Watch me instead of Arthur when that happens. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the different elements of this, okay? So things that I believe to be true and reasonable. One, it is okay to have a rule in your chat to say, please don't mention anything about streaming unless you are a close friend. That's fine. Is it overbearing? Is it a little insecure? Yes, I think it is. But context matters, right? Context matters a lot. Because think about the context of this situation, right? This is a second-time chat from someone. This is not a regular. This is not someone this person knows. This is not someone that they are familiar with. And it can come off to people as self-promo. Do I think it's self-promo in this case? No. I think the person was asked what they were doing for the day. They mentioned what they did, and then the mod went off half-cocked, and then the streamer backed up and supported what the mod had to say, right? I think that's the reality here. Is it? Now, but then, let's talk about, so that's the initial rule, right? I think if you want to have that rule, fine. But also, don't mischaracterize it as, I mean, you could assume it is. It could be potentially misconstrued as such, but I think it is a little overbearing to say that it is in itself inherently self-promo, right? But context does matter, and in this context, I think it is, you could potentially say that it is, because of the reaction of the person after the fact. You have to read into how the person reacted and what the person said in these messages, right? Now, I will say, this DM conversation has two people both being really shitty to each other, right? J-Lady, the mod, is being extremely condescending throughout this entire conversation. This fucking Hearts is so condescending and so snide and shitty. It is infuriating. It looks bad. It makes them look bad and like an asshole. Like that's ridiculous, right? But then this person, this other streamer, is being an asshole, right? Like they should have. Here's the thing. If your comment gets deleted in the chat, you should not immediately say, here, let me flash forward real quick so you can see the messages. These are the messages, right? This song is good was their first message ever in the chat. And then they respond. The question was asked, how was your day? And they responded, good, streamed till like 7 a.m. in the morning, so slept in pretty hard, right? And that message was deleted. And then they said, this is bad etiquette down here. This is definitively bad etiquette. I'm so confused why my comment got deleted. If your comment gets deleted in a chat, the last thing that you ever should do is be argumentative with the moderation staff and streamer and draw attention to the fact that your comments were deleted. If you are interested in something like that, you should bring it to them privately. Though even that's a little bit overstepping, right? So this is, yeah, you were bringing attention to it. Again, you ask them on private or something, exactly. So I think I've clearly illustrated that there are issues with both approaches to this. I think the approach is a little bit overbearing. It is, at the end of the day, it is their moderation rules, it is their chat, and I think it is perfectly fine, right? But it also, but I will say, this comes down, the whole don't mention streaming in my chat thing, it can come down to being a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Insecure mindset. It can come down to becoming coming from a very insecure mindset. Some people legitimately believe that they are in competition with other streamers, and that they need to suppress the idea of other streamers even existing within their community. Now, I don't think that that's the case here. It seems like this person just got weirded out by the fact that this person immediately started talking about streaming as soon as they joined in their community. But I think there's a lot here, right? Yeah, let me catch up on what your guys' opinions are and what you guys are saying about it too. But it's like, oh man, what are you up to? I've just got my shift at work, kind of deal. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm kind of Wait, let me keep. Okay, so I wasn't in a raid. Now I kind of confused the situation. If they didn't raid, why were they talking about other stream when they didn't raid into it? It'd be because they were asked what they were doing today. That's why. Maybe not like polite thing to do, mentioning your stream, but if you were asked what you're doing, it's not unreasonable. Yeah, like I think this is a situation. So here's the thing: I think this is a situation of two people miscommunicating, and both parties escalating, right? The streamer very clearly who was in chat clearly escalated and was being rude for no reason and combative. But then this person becomes even more combative, as you're going to see over these next few messages. Be using work. I mean, though I will refer to stream as work so that I don't have to mention that I'm working on something that's stream related in others' chat. Yeah, like I mean, I'm generally the same way, Kyo. Like I think listen, but this is a very mild faux pas, though, right? I think that like it's a very mild faux pas that a lot of other people don't really know is even a faux pas. Like I'm not going to mention that if I'm in a friend's chat, like while I'm live, right? Like if I go to the bathroom and I'm popping into someone's chat, unless they ask me, I'm not going to mention that I'm streaming. You know, it's most of the time, only time that ever comes up is people like, oh, you're shitting again, huh? Like, or I'm not going to talk about, like, the stream stuff that I'm doing unless my friend, like, asks me about it, right? I'm not going to go, like, it's just more of an etiquette thing. Etiquette, but not, like, a harsh situation. I don't think this is a situation that should be reacted to with like, this much of a knee-jerk, basically. I think the mod made a pretty nitpicky judgment based on the vibe of the first comment. Streamer had to back them up despite being a bit of an overreaction. Now they look silly. Yeah, they look, and the streamer is doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down. That's the problem. This is the problem that we're going to be talking about. It's not even this. This is an interesting confluence of etiquette and rules and what's right, what's wrong, who is in the wrong situation to talk about. It gets so much crazier when you look into how the reaction to this went. Hold on, I'm still catching up on what you guys are saying. I want to make sure that I've got every point down. This is how people get shot in America. Two people assume the worst is escalating. Those are the person who are banned are very aggro, but I don't think they deserve to be banned. Yeah, I think they should deserve to be talked to about of like, hey man, like time out for like 3 minutes and be like, hey man, listen, this it's just a rule. Please respect the rules. Like I know it might be feel a little bit aggressive, but like that's just how she has things set up, man. And then as soon as they start getting aggro in DMs, then ban them, right? I mean, if someone being condescending to me, I would reply in kind too. Yeah, see, that's another element of it too. I think it was excessive to delete the message since they were asked about the day. Perfectly fine reply in the chatter email. I have no strong opinions here, but these whispers make me dislike both the chatter and the mod on principle. Yeah. Which I think is pretty reasonable. I think the ban was harsh despite messaging afterwards, but in all reality, the person was probably banned as a vibe check, and that's what happens when you ban people on random instinct. Sometimes you get stuff like this. Yeah, which is totally fine, right? I am actually very much in defense of the streamer for having the rules that they have set and for making the decision that they made. I think that the mod was being extremely aggro for no reason. Like, not aggro, but rude and condescending. But at the end of the day, whatever. But it's how the streamer reacts to people reacting to their rule this is a perfect case study in bad PR. It's very bad PR. I'd say the issue was that they did it too fast. They continued after saying, oh, I streamed 7 hours. So I talked about the stream, and then they say it's valid. I wouldn't care either occurred to me being self-promo. It sounds like the whole thing was going well beyond that. I find it really hard to call it. Both sides are wrong. With the original response was a timeout, no warning, or nothing. That's how you start Doug Marcus 101. Like, of course, you shouldn't have escalated, but don't start it though. No, I actually would 100% disagree with you on that. People's communities and their spaces can be moderated and controlled however they want. And I think that like trying to tone police other people's communities is ridiculous. I think that like. If the thought of someone timing, like, first of all, it wasn't a timeout. It was a deleted message. It was not even a timeout. It was a deleted message, which is nothing. That's nothing at all. And then immediately the chatter gets defensive and starts to make a public display of their message being deleted. That is a bad vibe. That is an immediate bad vibe. And it's not the person's responsibility. It's not my responsibility as a streamer, and nor is it anyone's responsibility as a streamer to make every person who enters our chat feel good. No, that's not how it works. This is not. I'm not working at a grocery store under a management structure doing customer service. Inherently, streaming is customer service, but it's a customer service that I get to decide who I serve. If I get a bad vibe from someone and I don't want to interact with them and I'm not feeling what they're putting out, then they're gone immediately. However that person chooses to handle that is completely within their rights. There is no etiquette within how people choose to ban and time people out. We can say maybe things are overbearing or a little too much. Like, I will agree. I think that rule is a little silly. I think it is a little silly, and it was a knee-jerk what they did. And they probably should have, could have potentially made that a little softer. But I'll defend them on it regardless, because it's how they want to rule things. Dude was a first timer though. Why fight when you won't lose anything? People place different rules. You either fuck with it or you don't. Instead of testing the vibes, okay, yeah. I will say definitively, if anyone comes into chat as a first-time Andy and they immediately start pushing boundaries and saying, oh, why is this way? That's an immediate ban. That's an instant ban. Gone in a second. No, you're showing that you're combative. You're brand new. You're showing you're combative. I don't want any part of that smoke. Mods are asleep. Promote VAR data. Is the community after it was deleted? If the comment after it was deleted because you're aggressive, though, I feel like they were just asking you why it got deleted in general a sense. I feel like the mod just went. It felt kind of self-advertising. Just trying to do that, it would be stream. I would be with the stream personally. I think that it's a bad vibe to, if you have a message deleted, immediately start bringing attention to the fact that your messages were deleted. That's a bad vibe. Quick shout out, Baga. That's a bad vibe immediately. And I understand why he shot. I understand why he shot first and asked questions later, especially with how the person responded in DMs when confronted with this. Even if the person was being condescending about it, right? But okay, so I think we, on the other hand, if you had literally no idea what just happened, how can you not do it in the future? She could have read the rules, right? They could have read the rules that they had to, as the person says, they had to go, click the OK button on the command that passes by chat. They have to click the OK button on the command that passes by chat that makes you read the rules before you are able to chat. The rules are probably very clearly printed in the person's description, right? So they could have found out why if their comments are deleted and they just read the rules, if they went back and read the rules again, but they didn't. To be fair, it's a bad vibe to get your message deleted for answering a question, though, not gonna lie. If I were him, I'd just dip from there, but I understand his reaction. I think you're thinking way too much as a viewer and not as a streamer. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Viewers don't have rights. Viewers don't have rights. This is a dictatorship. Flat out. Viewers don't have rights. These are dictatorships, and people can join whatever dictatorship that they feel comfortable with, that they enjoy the moderation of. That's how it is. That is just how it is. Is it a arthocracy? Yeah. I think a mod wanted to explain and to be discreet, but got a little angry. The mod, no, I don't think the mod was being angry. The mod was just being fucking shitty, right? The heart at the end of the sentence is a very clear passive-aggressive dig at them. I don't know what the rules are, but it would be real hard for me to read a rule that, no self-promo and take that as don't say that I didn't stream when I asked you to do it today. I mean, yeah. But we all know the rule provided it could have been could have been vague. It could have been vague and just had no self promo without any detail as to what the count self promo would have been with. That's true. You're not wrong. Yeah. To be really honest, even if I read the rules and saw this, I didn't think that just saying you're streamed as self-advertising. I'll be real, I don't think I'd want to interact with either of these people, the mod or the chatter. Yeah, agreed. The fact of the matter is that that it was technically self-promo, so the stream is correct. Technically, yeah. Is it an overbearing way of interpreting the comment? Absolutely, especially in context. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna. I think that being mad at the streamer for this particular thing is silly. Now, here's the thing. Channel is closed. Wait. Their channel is shut down? Hold on. The streamer closed the account. Oh my god! What the fuck? What? Huh? This is... Let me see. Do they have any updates? No, they don't have any updates today. This is bizarre. This channel was up yesterday. Was the backlash that bad? I will say, so... Yes and no. So I will show you. So the comments were basically just a way. So it wasn't in this post. It wasn't actually in this post that things popped off. This was the first post, right? This was the first post. Closed by the user. Yeah, it says closed by the user. So this was the, maybe they realized the name, Vay Jizzles was a mistake, and no, I will not let this go. Oh, chat, shit. So this was the first post, and this is not the post that popped off. This is not the post that went crazy with people making comments about how she was being overbearing with her rules and that this wasn't self-promo. It was the next post. It was the next post that she made. So this was the initial post, right? And this, honestly, you don't really have to give more context past this. This is fine. But for some reason, she quote tweeted to give context. She said, "First time chatter, by the way. I don't know how clear I had to make myself, but please don't sell promo in chat. I was in the rules, and the person agreed to them before typing in stream. I did not ban them for the message, but banned them for the tantrum in whispers. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk." So, okay. So, oh, I see what happened. Okay, so let's get ordering down very specifically, okay? So, the first comment was deleted. The second comment was also deleted. The person then, the mod then DM'd them. The mod then DM'd them, "Please don't sell promo in chat." It was kind of rude, right? And then the streamer freaked the fuck out, and then they banned them. Okay, that was the ordering. Ordering is kind of important here. It is kind of important to understand ordering. So in that case, honestly, in that order, yeah, when they are banned, all message deleted too. Yeah. In that order, honestly, well, we don't see a timeout though. There would be a timeout somewhere in here. We would see a timeout somewhere in here. Are those deleted because of the ban? Yeah, no, yes, but we know at least that the second message was deleted. I guess it's possible that they they banned them and then the DMs occurred, but like they claim that the DMs occurred and then the ban occurred, right? And if that is true, they're all 1 minute apart too. Yeah. Yeah, so it's 1 minute apart, and then the ban came. Oh, no. You could see. So, no, the DM. Okay, wait, let's go back. Hold on. What's the command to recreate it's Control-Shift-T, right? Yes, here it is. Okay. So let's look at the times on the original. Okay, there's no times here. Okay, we can't see the times. But I think we can assume, based on the time gap between 12:50 and 13:04, that is the time when there was a conversation happening in DMs between the two of them before the ban occurred, right? That's pretty clear. Yeah, mod actions, what? Okay, so they didn't time them out. Well, deleted comments don't count as mod actions, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's only timeouts and bans and warnings. Yeah, it's timeout, bans, warnings. That's what the 31001 is. It's warnings, timeouts, and bans, because you can send as a mod warnings to people, which should have been what happened on it also. They should have sent a warning rather than DMs, but a lot of people don't know about the warning system yet, so it's fine. I understand, right? But so, yeah, that's the ordering. Ordering was, person sends message, streamer responds and asks how their day was. Person responds with what they did today. Message was deleted. Person posts, I'm so confused why my comment got deleted. Probably that got deleted too. We don't know definitively, but I would guess that got deleted too. And that's when the mod DMs them. Then they have an argument in DMs with the mod. And then the mod bans them, right? That's the order. Warnings are fucked up on some apps though. Feels like the DM happened after the person bought up the comment deletion. Yeah, and then the ban happened after. Yeah. What do you mean? I thought we were supposed to yell and scream and kick our legs when we post on Twitter. Let's see. Highlighted the first the one message was deleted. 2 and 3 probably were. Yeah, not the top one, but yeah, 2 and 3 were probably deleted. Yeah. Okay. So they post this, right? And honestly, the context is pretty solid here, right? It's kind of understandable, but the problem is, obviously, that this is a controversial stance to take that feels a little bit overbearing. And so this is when it trended. This is when it trended, and as you can see, the ratio here is not good. It got picked up in the mainstream of Twitter, and a lot of people said a lot of negative things in the comments. They were like, hey, this isn't self-promo, you sound kind of crazy, basically. Now, in response to this is where things get bad, okay? First of all, this second post was not necessary. And then, this is when the PR starts to unravel. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Oh, wall of oh, yeah. You see where the problems are starting to pop up here, chat? You see a holy fucking wall of text. Yeah, without the second post, she probably would have been fine. Everyone moved on. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But then she makes it worse. She makes it worse. This is how you don't react to if you get in hot water, Jay. If you say something controversial and people don't like it, this is the very not thing that you do. This is not the thing that you do, okay? Let me read this. Let me sip first. This is the final post I'm gonna do on this because people are twisting the whole story, but no, they did not raid. So this is, bro. I can't tell you how you are on the offensive. You are attacking people. You've already lost this battle. People are going to disregard everything you're saying, even if it's true, because you are being aggressive. You should have simply, there's a million ways to PR your way out of this. This is not the way. This is the way you entice more controversy and more fights. This is bad. This is a bad response. Also, I don't know why that's the first thing that they bring up about a raid. Like, that's not, okay, so some people were misinformed that there was a raid when it wasn't. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to the whole point. Yeah, whoa, Twitter curse of wall takes upon you. Yeah. I didn't get why people are saying I banned them for raiding. I don't know who they were, and they weren't banned for mentioning their stream. They're banned for arguing with my mod instead of being understanding of the rules and moving on. They wanted to argue with my mod for doing their job. I'm sure most can agree that you also wouldn't want someone in your community who's going to argue with your mod or yourself in stream. Shout out to J Lady, who was super kind of them and explained to them what they did wrong. They weren't super kind. They were actually really rude. Explained to them what they did wrong and handled professionally. It was a soft self-promo. I agree that it was kind of soft self-promo in certain contexts. You could see it as that, yeah. And if you allow self-promo in your stream, then go right ahead, but there's no need to bash me for how I run my stream or insult me for having set boundaries. Heart. Oh, dude, don't heart. Dude, that's really condescending. That emojis send tone, chat, and a tone. The tone here is aggressive, and it's so much more infuriating when you jam more emojis in there just to show your contempt from people. Like, no, stop it. No, you are just making people madder. I was never mean to the person that I noticed lots of people are trying to twist my words by saying it's my fault for asking how they are, in which I do ask that to everyone, but that doesn't give them the green light to talk about their stream. They could have worded it differently by saying they were just exhausted or they finished the gaming. Then again, it's a bunch of what-ifs because it did not go down that way. This is my opinion, and many people can argue all they want, but that was self-promo. If you don't go into people's streams, you don't know and talk about your streams unless you raid, you are friends with them, or a streamer asks about your stream. I would never just ban someone for raiding. Literally everybody who actually watches the stream can see I actually encourage those to yap about how their stream went, but not in this case. Again, this person never rated me, and they broke the rules in my stream, and they weren't banned for self-promoting. They were banned for arguing with my mod. Good night, y'all. Please take care. This is not a good way to respond to this. This is a really, really bad way to respond to this. It's super passive-aggressive. It's a very, very poor way to word things. And then, what do you know? The comments were just fucking inundated with people getting madder at her. And then, so remember, this is her final post on this situation, right? This is the final post. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It keeps getting worse! Oh no! She keeps getting worse! Oh God! She quote tweeted it again, and this time, see, why does she keep going? I don't know. This time she linked a Twitch TV Creator Camp article about self-promotion, where the things in the fucking comments don't, like, let me see. Yeah, like someone brings this up. Yeah, right here. This person brings this up. Well, Theo, you're joking, right? I worked at Twitch for 5 years, and every single word you said feels insane to me. Just admit you overstepped, delete your post, and move on. No need to keep feeding the haters, especially when they're right. You see, here in the Creator Camp, right? In an attempt, let's see. One example of this could be self-promotion where it's not permitted, i.e. going into another creator's channel and mentioning that you're also a streamer or going live soon, in an attempt to draw in some viewers for your own channel, right? It's the very article that she links does not state the thing that she's talking about. At this point, I would just turn off Twitter notifications or something. Yeah. She is fully crashed out at this point. Yeah. It's a full crash out. This is the worst way to interact with this situation. Twitter has way more angry people than other platforms. You literally can't win arguments with thousands of people in these comments. Yeah. She's like, Arthur playing Billy Hatcher, let's go. My brother in Christ, you literally asked what that guy was doing too. Yeah. So I think I've pretty clearly illustrated like that. My perspective on this and my thought process on this is, at the beginning, it was a little overbearing, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. I think that they were being a little bit insecure and a little bit haphazard, maybe a little snap off, but who cares? Who gives a shit, right? Whatever. That's how they run their stream, and that's how they want to run their stream. And I'll be like, it's a little, it's a little too much, but like, go, you do your thing. I understand if that was your perspective on it, and I get how she could think and the mod could think that was what it was, right? That's fine. That's not the problem. The problem was how she reacted after the fact. And then as we saw, she's apparently shut her channel down. It's gone. She was in the middle of a partner push. And her channel is just gone now. Like, just shuttered. Which I think that's a wild reaction to this situation. Like, you get into Twitter drama, and then you delete your Twitch account? Like, even with, like, she did say that, okay, another thing that really worries me, she claimed that she got death threats, in a different post. And that always, so here's the thing, chat. It always triggers my alarm bells when someone claims that they got death threats, and then they don't post the death threats or the usernames of the people sending them. That is, I am going to say this, and it's going to be a little controversial. If you say you got death threats, and you do not show evidence of those death threats, I am going to assume that you were suicide. Not suicide baiting. You are sympathy baiting. Because death threats are something that you should be screenshotting and saving and recording the accounts of and reporting the accounts because they're serious, right? If someone simply just says, I got death threats, and then never shows any of them, it feels like a sympathy card. Always show death threats, chat. Always. If I got a death threat, I would show you immediately. You better believe I would be identifying the account everywhere. Death threats, but they're pretending they aren't snitches. Yeah. No offense, Sarah, but if they push it this far to be right, only then to delete their account, maybe they should shouldn't be a streamer at this point. Remember, 90% of drama is caused by posting on Twitter. Don't do that. Gonna send Arthur one about how I'm gonna kill him with kisses. Twitter users try not to react. Challenge Mission Impossible. The Twitch account is gone and the Twitter is set to private. They're gone full scorcher. Wait, the Twitter's private now? No, the Twitter's not private. The Twitter's still public. The Twitter's still public. So make death threat to me. I'd be showing the world so everyone can know who needs to get pitchfork and torches. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. Always show this kind of stuff, man. The whole thing could have been avoided by simply not saying anything after the first post. People forget drama if you don't keep stoking the flames. And they kept stoking the flames. Now, there's one more thing that I wanted to show. Because, okay, so they were partner pushing. Let's look at their stats. Let me look at their stats. I will say, I look at their stats, and they are authentic. They seem to have had an authentic, real community of real people watching them. Let's take a look. What kind of streamer were they in the first place? Like, what are they... Come on, man! No! No, come on! No! Come on, man! Dude! Dude, every time! Every fucking time! Every time! Slappa! Oh my god! Oh god! Jesus Christ! Oh. You know what this explains about everything? Yeah. Not an original thought in sight. Holy shit. Well, you know what? I will say this though, chat. I will say this. You know, I'm always gonna make fun of people for being a Dead by Daylight streamer. Like, I'm always gonna make fun of people for that. But I will say, I think that this person does not deserve the harassment that they have received. I think they deserve criticism. I think people criticizing them is perfectly fine. But I do think if they are receiving actual harassment, like real death threats, that is a problem. That is ridiculous. And I think that they should be allowed to just do their streams, do their career however they want. And be left alone, and like, we can laugh at them, we can say, that's fucking ridiculous, but I think that it is kind of insane that anyone would try to harm this person for something as simple as having a stupid crash out on Twitter because you are emotional and you don't know how to handle PR issues. It sucks to watch, sucks even more to play. Yeah. I don't understand the obsession with that game. It's so bad. Yeah. Someone who's significantly more hours in DBD than that, this explains a lot. Was this entire thing just a long wind-up to a Dead by Daylight punchline? Yes. Yes. 90% of the time, the fucking streamer gets in trouble on Twitter. Their main game is fucking Dead by Daylight. She's officially done nothing wrong. I crash out. I had to go in Kaneki so much. No wonder they fear competition so much. They have a lot of it. DB streamers are very close to DSP levels of funny, to be honest. They've played DBD several times more than everything else combined. Yeah. If you play DBD, please get helped. Thanks. I was getting tired of this clown about Dead by Daylight punchline. Makes it all better. But yeah, so my final thought on this is that this person, I will keep an eye on this. Yeah, let me quickly copy over the account just so I can keep an eye on this. I will keep an eye on this, and I will see what they have to say about their account deletion, and see what the future lies with this and where this is going. Because I'm very curious. I'm very curious about this, and I will say that I hope the best for them, and I do not think that they deserve to be harassed. I think criticized, their actions discussed and talked about, whether it's relevant, like it was justified or not. But you know how Twitter is. Vitriol is absolutely ridiculous, and I think that they certainly deserve better than fucking that. Regardless of even if you interpret their actions in the worst possible light, I think it's still ridiculous to act like that. DBD will be in my manifesto. I don't even play. I just want to further ruin this reputation. I'm pretty sure the reason why so much Twitter drama involves DBD streamers is because of how DBD teaches you need to spew your every waking thought into text form, harassing her about it. This is ridiculous, though. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Fortnite can be good at a stream game. It's like a collab stream rather than that. Yeah. Fortnite's okay. But okay. But so that's that, chat. That is the thing that I wanted to talk about. The very, very interesting scenario, very interesting thought process. I am glad we were able to have a spirited debate on it. Obviously, some of you might disagree with my opinion on it. That's perfectly fine. I think that that's the thing, is that I think this is a nuanced topic that can have a lot of different perspectives on it. And I don't think that anyone is necessarily wrong in their perspective of whether you think that she was absolutely overblowing it, if you think that it was a little more evened out. I think it is perfectly fine to have any opinion on this. I don't begrudge any of you for thinking she was completely in the wrong. But I think what we can all agree on, at very least, is that she doesn't deserve to be like a full-on harassment campaign for that is ridiculous.